So peep this, man. I just go to the post office, right? Like 20 minutes ago, drop off some packages and everything. And this lady comes in as I'm in line. She gets in line. She's a little old lady, a little old white lady, and she decides to randomly strike up a conversation. I don't know how she got to this part, but she said something like I was 16 in '69, and I went to East High School over here. The high school is over here in Memphis. And she said, "Oh, I love your hair. I wish you had been back there." I said, "Yeah, I'm good on that one. That means I would have had to live through the '70s and '80s, and the '90s was bad enough." And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry you think that." And all I could think to myself was, "Lady, you were 16 and '69. None of the shit that happened in the '60s affected you like it affected little black people that were your same age. None of that shit affected you. The '70s and '80s didn't affect you the same way it affected the black community. And you're like wishing that I went back and experienced all that because you have this rose colored glasses outlook on the good old days. But what was the good old days for black people? Like, I always hear about these good old days. What was the good old days for black people? I would love to know. Because from what I can see, we never had a good old days. Our good old days, we got to go all the way to college to learn about. We don't learn about our good old days until way after high school. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So if you're old and white and you're pining for the days of old and you see a young black man and you decide to let him know that, back then was pretty cool and, he would have liked it, just know that no, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have.